Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Saturday afternoon where we all get together and talk chameleons and enjoy just hanging out as a chameleon community. I want to say welcome to everybody. Okay, we've got a hopping. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this, let me make sure my microphone is on. Everybody can hear me. Yes. Okay. And if you're watching this as a replay, just know that you can be here live every Saturday at 12 noon Pacific time and hang out with us. The chat is hopping. We've got a great community here that would love to meet you. So join us. Good morning, everybody. We've got Leander from Denmark. Welcome. Justin. Don't know where Justin's from. He's a USA boy. Steve from Ohio, Joanne from Canada, and Robin from Louisiana. Let's see. Geraldine, are you from Ohio? You're from one of the. You're still from one of those states. I forgot. Stephanie Payne, hello. Wonderful to see. Oh, Liza Ann is here. Liza Ann. Oh, she's got some great news about family. Hello, Wendy. Oh, we're going to be seeing one of Wendy's chameleons here, and more and more people. Hello, coming in Pennsylvania. Geraldine from Pennsylvania. All right, and CNC tortoises. Love seeing everybody. Yes, Liza Ann says the cages look great, and of course. James is there with Richard watching together, and it's wonderful to have you guys here. And actually, I can pull up. You guys want to see? We should see James and Richard. Maybe I can I bring that up? I wonder if I can bring that up. Let's see. No, that's the wrong way to do it. Give me a second, everybody. And there we go. There's James and Richard with the Chameleon Academy on the big screen. Love it. Love it. Woo. All right. I'm going to start bringing up my my presentation here, because you guys got to see more Madagascar stuff. And once I have that, don't worry, because we are going to I'm going to show you what's behind me, because I'm just having a grand old time. I'll give you a tour from what's behind me, because I, as promised, told you guys that I was going to have it for the Saturday show, and I have. So let's see. We got all right, just going through the chat. Make sure I don't get too far behind. Hello, Ryan, showing up here, and Janet. So anyway, yes, this here is my a quarantine cage. There is a yellow-lip Parsons chameleon in there. Can you guys find him? He's kind of hiding behind this railing right here. Hey, dude, you want to come out and say hello to everybody? Just kind of stays in one place. He likes his little place under, right there, under the all of the foliage. And this is kind of a quarantine cage. It is on a bioactive stand. Let's see. I got to make sure that you can see that down there. So you can see I've got one of the cross-cut bioactive stands down here. And so eventually there will be some soil that goes in there. But right now it's a quarantine type setup. So I have a very clean bottom. He has all the plants he needs. And I know that I may be getting rid of the plants. I mean, if there is anything found in the quarantine situation where, I got to get rid of plants, all of those are expendable. They're nice. I don't want to get rid of them, but you do what you have to. We chameleon people know. We know the score. So let's see. Justin says, did you get to see the eye again? We did. You want to come up and say hello? Want to say hello to everybody? Do. Come here. Just say hello. And of course, curling the tail. Here he is. He is a young adult male yellow lip. He still has a ways to grow. But he is my boy. He is beautiful. So he's going to be hanging out with us in the studio here. Now I do have a larger one who's just as blue that I'm going to be making available for sale in very soon. I'm just making sure he's got all the food, all the water, and such. But this guy is going to be hanging out in our studio and will be a bit of a mascot of the show. So there we go. And of course, they move slow. So half of them is on the stick and half of them has a death grip on my finger. Yeah. People who have Parsons, they know what I'm talking about. They know the look on my face of, come on, please let go. Please let go. Those little claws. They're just, come on, man. We can do this. Oh, that's right. There we go. So there we go. Let me check. Okay, going through all of the comments here. That's right. How do they recommend getting Parsons from Bill? Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie got Juice from me, and Juice is incredible. How is his grip? His grip is very healthy. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I still got holes. So, Bill, now that I own a 3-bedroom home living, could I own a Parsons if I get a window unit AC? Should be able to. Yeah, as long, the thing with Parsons, keep them cool, keep them wet, humid, not wet, guys. Okay, don't keep them wet. They like cool and humid, and they need their hydration, they need their coolness, and then they're fine. Robin says, one of my girls got me good this morning. She left a big bruise. Gotta love Parsons. Love bites. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't been bitten by a Parsons. They have, all the Parsons that I have had have just been nice and even tempered. They never try to bite me unless I'm trying to force feed them. And I've got a situation where there's one that I have that I'm working with. And I decided to like get clever and get his mouth open, then put some crickets in. And when you start going and you start to like the cricket's only halfway in, so you kind of want to push it in, but that one wrong move and he'll bite your finger like he thinks it's a cricket. He's not trying to bite you, but when they're like trying to eat, you get your finger in there. And I've done this before on chameleons that are smaller than a Parsons chameleon, and boy, do you hear it. You feel it. Yes, yes. All right, let's see. James has taken one bite from Parsons. But Robin has gotten bitten more by Parsons than Panthers. Wow. See, you know what? We all have individual experiences. Oh. So, all right. Let me. We've got things to talk about, things to do. We got a whole lot going on, and so let's go ahead and get to my presentation. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Those two slides shouldn't have been there. They were placeholder slides. And these are our community chameleons. By the way, this is an older picture for those of you getting excited saying, oh my goodness, if you, who here recognizes the species of chameleon right there? Bonus if you know the species and the gender. Ooh, hey, what we got here? Anybody know? Howard saying, is that a carpet? It is not a carpet chameleon. This is a challenging one because this one has not been seen for many, many years. Oh, Nate's got it. Daramensis, female. Yes, this is a juvenile, not a baby, but a very juvenile female Traucerus daramensis. And that is one of the biggest shames of our community history is losing daramensis because we had people breeding them. They just never caught on enough to sustain the breeding. And now that Tanzania is closed for like about 10 years, daramensis is pretty much gone. Now, there are a couple in Europe, but they're inbred now. Yikes. She will not get horns. Female daramensis will not get horns. Daramensis. Jeez. All right. I thought I was over my cold. Dang, I thought I was over my cold. But whenever, of course, gosh, give me a second, everybody. I'm sorry. But whenever I start talking, apparently it comes back. Now, as much as I have a bit of a cold, and you've heard me cough. That's all it's been. Is been kind of an inconvenient cough. Now, as you know, that last week we had to cancel the Reptile Show Reporter show because Sean was feeling nauseated, had diarrhea, and I don't know that he shared all that, but yeah, it was pretty bad. Now, I just want to point out, when I go to Madagascar, I came back with a bit of a cold. Sean did not go to Madagascar and got vomiting and diarrhea. So I'm not saying that staying home is more risky than going to Madagascar. I'm not making that logical leap. I'm just presenting the information as I have it. You guys make your own conclusions. So, yeah, I think Sean is feeling better, but we'll be talking about the Madagascar trip coming up. Important for health, as far as I'm concerned. Wendy is sharing with us Opie, her panther chameleon. Look at that, it's beautiful ambilobe with those bars, those blue bars. Love these panther chameleons are so incredible. We in the chameleon world, I love the fact that our most commonly kept chameleon is like the most beautiful. Yeah, Geraldine saying, is Sean feeling better? Yeah, I hope so. But, that's what happens. Don't go to Madagascar. Okay, should. Janet has shared with us Spanky, her Kaluma brevicorn, and she is working on possibly, it would be incredibly awesome to be able to get some eggs. But that's a future project for Janet. But right now, we're just going to appreciate her brevicorn. We have a question here. Is it good? Oh, Ramphibious. Constantinos, I'm glad you're here because I got a palm picture coming up, and that was just for you. Is it a good idea to rotate a few chameleons in different enclosures for change of scenery and enrichment? It's a good thought. At this point, I don't see any evidence that would be beneficial. And these are the kind of things that we want to think about, because figuring out what would enrich a chameleon's life is it's going to be difficult because they can't tell us, and it's not like we can measure it in any way. So it's going to be a lot of us thinking these thoughts and then trying them out and seeing if we can determine any sort of benefit. Now, as far as change of scenery and for enrichment, I have not seen any evidence that is important. I do see that chameleons enjoy, generally speaking, because every chameleon is different, but I think chameleons enjoy finding a place that they feel safe in, and then they like to stick around that place. So in this case, I am leaning towards giving them a cage that they feel comfortable in. If they settle in and they decide that they really like this place to sleep and they get a routine, I would leave them. If your chameleon is restless and just won't stop pawing at the front door and it just keeps going round and round, I'd say, yeah, give him new surroundings until he finds one that he likes. But I don't think we need, at this point, like I said, I'm only giving you a feeling. I'm not giving anybody saying this is proper husbandry. I'm saying this is just my feeling after trying things like that. I think chameleons would much prefer staying in their same cage once they have found one that they like. And so that's just my opinion. At this point, keep thinking these thoughts, because this is the kind of stuff we need to talk about. And if anybody else has any other experiences, I would very much like to hear them. All right, going. Oh, that's right. We need to hear about Walter. Can I be on the team? Team? What team? You're already like the head of the brevicorn team. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead. We need to learn about Chloe. Chloe is, well, this is Roscoe. So there's two Kaluma brevicorn there, Roscoe and Spanky. Yes. Okay. There we go. So beautiful. We love the flappy flaps. Oh, we have the Janet also has a couple of was just received a couple of female bifidus, Chloe and Zoe, and so hopefully we'll be adding to the number of eggs that we have in the community, and we can all like trade around bloodlines. I'm really glad to see these. And, oh, that's not for Janet. Oh my goodness, I didn't change the name. I am sorry. This is, let me make sure I got the name right. This is Tyler Stegall. Oh, Tyler, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to redo it. I'm going to have to redo this so it's appropriate. This is Tyler's. Remember Stego, who comes on. Yeah, that's his screen name, Stego. This is Yoshi. All right, I'm going to have to redo this and do it right. So, and this is a juvenile male, or subadult, I'd say. We're beyond juvenile at this point. So, all right, everybody. It's now time to get serious about the Madagascar. Madagascar is 10 months away, but that 10 months evaporates quickly, and there's a lot of things we got to do to get ready. And we also have to lock in our hotels and stuff because we want to reserve our places. And so here are the details. And I think we finally got the numbers right. January 13th through January 28th. January 13th is a Wednesday, which means most of us will be leaving on a Tuesday to get there on Wednesday. Those of us like in the United States, we will start on Tuesday. We will end up in Paris the morning of January 13th. And then we will take a flight from Paris to Madagascar and end up in Madagascar at 11:55 p.m. on January 13th. So our day starts the next day, but we officially end up in Madagascar on January 13th. And so what I'd like you to do is, you see that email going down, scrolling at the bottom. Send me an email and say, I want information and the details. And then send in your deposit when after you've talked to me and we're ready to go. And just so y'all know, and I'll say it, keep saying it, the deposit is non-refundable. Even if something happens mid-year, something valid happens, health issues, whatever, the deposit's non-refundable. Once that goes into the system, I'm not getting it back out. I can't get it back out, and it goes to locking in things in Madagascar. Just so you understand. And we've had some people that back out because of medical conditions, perfectly valid reasons, but it's non-refundable. I can't get it back. Javi says, so it's cheaper for two. Yes. Now, when I say, oh, guys, I'm sorry. Guys, obviously I messed this up. No, switch that around. Double. If you're going to use a double room, it's $3,200. If you got a single room, it's $3,800. Sorry about that, everybody. I have really screwed up. Send me an email. And you'll get the right numbers on the email. Oh boy, I better go beyond this slide. Okay, everybody, the slide was bad. Please don't. And so, as for now, that is a cost for each. So it's so if you do double room, it's $3,200 each. If you do a single room, it's $3,800 each. So sorry for the confusion, everybody. Can we send in more than just the deposit? No, because I have to send in the deposit via Western Union, and then everything else needs to be paid in cash when you get to Madagascar. And so at this point, the thing is, I don't want to. I don't want to be holding onto anybody's money, and I don't want to send more than the deposit to Madagascar because it's not coming back. So, yeah, just send a deposit for now, and then the balance to be paid in Madagascar first morning there. and the tour be a break of the routine or part of the routine? Reword that question. Not sure what you're saying there. Yes. If you have a health issue like diabetes that require refrigerator items, you should not go to Madagascar. That is absolutely correct. Yes. Be very careful. Just know your medical situation. Madagascar has doctors, but they have doctors in the major cities. We are going away from the major cities, so we could be a day out from a hospital. Now, every area. Oh gosh, here we go again. Now, there's doctors all around. So, gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Forgot my glass of water. So if there's doctors all around. Like I had to get surgery on my finger because in the middle of Ranamafana, and there happened to be a doctor there, and he took care of it right there at the entrance to the park. So there's small things like that. But if you've got a condition like diabetes where you need refrigerated items, you're not going to be able to accommodate that. So just be smart about that. And obviously Howard is being smart about that. My wife is diabetic, and so she that is the reason people say, why doesn't Yvette go? That's the reason. And type 1, and she's had it all her life, and she knows she's in the middle of Madagascar in the top of a mountain is not the place for her. So just be aware of the conditions. There's also you also need to be in good physical health, meaning you can hike for a day. And it's not a grueling hike, but it is hiking. Like there's one hike we're talking about doing that's going to be about 6 miles. And it's going to be in the sun. It's going to be uncomfortable, but we're going to be looking for Parsons chameleons. So, we're going to be doing it. You are not under obligation to go to any of these. We have some very nice hotels that are kind of lodges, and so they're a little bit rustic, but they're very nice to stay at. If something in that day is going to be a little too much, just stay back at the hotel. They're nice places. So, Bill, I think you have the wrong year. Also, are you kidding me? Guys, we so need I need a do-over. That slide. That means we're staying in Madagascar for a year. I need a do-over so bad. Oh, it was okay. Oh boy. yes, I had to do it. Plus no toilets. Okay. Toilets. Every place we stay has toilets. You just can't throw toilet paper in the toilet. Now, if we are hiking and if we're on the road and nature calls, you're right. We're pulling over and it's up against a tree. So there is rustic going on here. No quitters. Resu I literally carried Annabella. You did? Oh goodness. Whatever. Oh, yeah, you need to rest. No, I've gotten rest. I was just working hard on other areas, and I apparently was did not pay attention. Anyway, I am working on the final itinerary. We are going to go basically the same areas that we went at to before, because I just can't give up the ring-tailed lemurs. I can't give up the eye. There's so many things I can't give up, but there's some variations that I want to make. Like, I do want to go deeper into Parsons territory this time. The reason why we didn't do it before is because it's a pretty grueling hike to do this. And but this may be the last time I go to Madagascar. I don't, I'm not saying this is the last time I'm going, but my vision of my future is not to put these together every single year, and so I'll be taking a break. This will be the last time I go for a little while, and I want to go, and I'm going to try to get us to where we can go see Parsons, maybe Balteatus in where they are deep in the forest. I want to see if we can find Globifer. These are things that I'm still working on how we do it. And so I'm saying the final itinerary is to be determined, but we are going to be going down to the Ranamafana area. That's where the yellow Parsons are. To the Anja Reserve, that's where the ring-tailed lemurs are. To Andasi Bay, which is what you see right here, and that's where the injury, and it's, oh my goodness, that's where we find in that area. Vohimana is where we find the yellow giants. Andasi Bay is where we find the Christopher. And then Marumizaha, that's where we find so many different chameleons and lemurs. And that's where we hike up during the day, stay at the summit. We watch the fog come in. It fills the valley. It's amazing because you can see across the valley. You can see the mountains on the other side. And as the night comes, the fog comes in and you cannot see across the valley. That's what these guys are living in. And so there's just so many cool things that I can't change, but maybe we can slip away and find some Globifer. These are some things that we're working on. This is the year you get a saltwater aquarium with seahorses. Yeah, that would not be a break. That would be the new obsession. So I do not think that I'm not going to be able to get the final itinerary before we all sign up. And so just trust me that we're going to be doing some cool things. So that's what I can offer. Let me see. All right. Now, we should do you. Hey, I don't know. Well, at least, how big is that facility that does Tim have? Maybe we put out some tables when we hang out in the Nealon facility. So okay, let's go ahead, and I need to give you guys the last last tour of our Madagascar trip. And so this is Andasi Bay. This is where we stay. This is literally from the place, the lodge that we stay at. I was walking from the room to breakfast, and I took this picture. I could probably just decide to stay here for another week and write podcasts. And so I just love this so much. He says, is it easier to leave from the East Coast or the West Coast? East Coast. It is much easier. I have to fly to the East Coast to hitch a ride to Paris. All right, Konstantinos, what the heck is this? I don't know. Is this officially a palm or a banana or whatever? So this is Once we drive from Andasi Bay and we're starting to go towards the coast, these things start to pop up around. Traveler's Palm is what Two Turtle Tom says. This is Venala madagascariensis. Appropriate. Got to meet in Paris. Yes, it's not a palm, it's a Strelitzia relative. Strelitzia, the bird of paradise, everybody. I know that one. Strelitzia regia and Strelitzia nicolai. That's right. I remember some things. So, yeah. So everybody, officially, we meet in Paris on the morning of the 13th. I will, once we get closer, I will give you the official flight that we are on, and we meet in Paris at that flight, because we're all coming from all parts, well, really all parts of the world. We get people from Europe coming, we got people from the US, and we all congregate into Paris. Some of us will be on the same flights because we're making sure. I think this time I need to be on the same flight as James. I think I promised him that, and he's holding me to it, because he said if he's going to Paris ever again, he's not going there alone. So I will be doing that. Yeah, James has been scarred by his Paris adventure. Yeah, everybody, we're going to be going over this once we get closer. I'm going to go over the strategies for what plane, what flights to get, what flights not to get. Don't bother paying for a seat placement, because it's going to change many times during the year. And anyway, all right, everybody. This is as we're just driving by, and wait a minute, what the heck? Can you see it? We're just driving by. This is a tree in somebody's backyard. You see right around the middle of the picture, there's just a little red panther chameleon just hanging out. And that's what panther chameleons do. They are just all over the place. They're in the trees, they're on the ground, they're on the fences, they get around, baby. That's him. Well, actually, no, that's not him. That's a different one, because we couldn't go into the private property and grab that other one, so we had to grab us another. And that is my buddy. Oh my goodness, that was my favorite dog. Obviously, I gave her many treats, because she was there, she was beautiful, and she was my buddy. We found a female, absolutely gorgeous, and it's we all have so many panther chameleons at home. Some of us have a lot of them, and but it is just it's magic seeing them in the wild like this. Do chameleons climb on really thick branches better in wild, since their nails are sharper in the wild? I don't know that they get pretty sharp in captivity. I'd say the sharper the nails, the better they can hang on. But I haven't compared them. And we take a boat ride. We go if we want to get to the place where we can find Palmarium and we find the eye, we actually take a boat to this lodge. It's a waterside lodge. And so we get a little, don't worry, it's not an open seas. We're not going to be going through waves and stuff. It's a very controlled, a very calm, and a lot of fun. Now, when we get there, yeah, this is where we find a whole heck of a lot of lemurs. You're going to be able to see them close up. These lemurs, they are wild, but they are habituated. So they know humans are there. Humans give them good stuff. And so they are not scared of humans. But don't try to pet them. They are not domesticated. They are wild. And they may not take too kindly to the humans doing anything, but occasionally bringing them treats. And that's what the staff does. We don't do that. Do not do that, because lemurs can get demanding. And as James found out, they can get quite bold. Yeah. And this is the kind of gnarled tree stuff and vines that you find there. So you get some really good inspiration for what your cages can look like back home. So just give them something and back off. Eliza, and actually they don't come after you. They go after the table. And James just happened to leave his coffee on the table. And so it's not like you're going to be walking around and all of a sudden they'll jump on you. But if you leave something on the table, they may go. And it's not them. There's just like one or two major criminals there. So they know which lemurs are the troublemakers. Keep your arms inside the boat. Yes, everybody, keep your arms inside the boat. That'll be a story. Yep, only the guides are allowed to feed them. That is for our safety, because if anybody but the guides feed them, then they get the idea that they can go get food from anybody, and that's where we can get some misunderstandings. Yeah. And now the guides may place well, you can go out. The guides may place something on you, and a lemur will jump on you and grab it. But we got to make sure only the official people who know what they are doing do things like that. There's us with I don't think that's officially the Indian Ocean in the background, but it's connected somehow. And there's Tony and Patrick and Geraldine and me. And there, my friends, is the eye. It's a very special situation where we go to an island that has been created to be a sanctuary for eyes, because even the Malagasy people will kill eyes because they think that eyes are demons and are unlucky. And so they literally had to create an island that has guards, so the Malagasy people don't come over and kill the eye. So we take a boat, we go to Island, and there's these special feeding stations where the eyes know that when boats arrive, they will find coconuts at this location. And so we're able to go to this. There's, you stay back. There's a fence. There's a partition there. And you stay as quiet as you can. And then the eyes come and they break open the coconuts and they eat the coconuts, and you're able to take photographs. And then they go back into the forest. So this is a very special arrangement. These are completely wild. These are not tame. They've just learned that, it's okay about those humans being 20 feet away. I get my coconut. They're not going to come closer. Yeah. And if you like non-chameleons, there's this fish scale gecko that we found there. And I know this is a popular gecko out there in the world. And there's me hanging out, ready to go out. But you see in the picture on the left, that's what I had to take a picture because that's my friend. You see the little Phelsuma lineata coming out behind the mirror. So everybody is issued a roommate gecko who will help get rid of insects. That's not official. Okay, on the right there is a lemur in the wild. On the left, this is the one that mugged James. And this is the one who stole his coffee and told him under no uncertain terms that he's not getting it back. This one is a well-known criminal in the area, and the staff know that when this one shows up, they need to get the broom and they need to come after this one because this one has learned how to game the system. Yep. Yeah, James. And I think we need to go back and you need a rematch. Because, I remember coming out early in the morning. James was already there going, the lemur took my coffee. That was hilarious. Let's see. I think James, did he drink the coffee? I know he was taking, it was a she. It's a she, actually. She took the sugar. They wanted the sugar. Did she actually drink the coffee? Yeah, that's the gang symbols. Ears picked back, back. But what this team? Yes, that is very possible. But James, let's see. Yes, she was licking the coffee, and then she found the sugar and stole the. Oh, I love it! Oh, and this is the fun. Actually, the fun thing. I've gone to this on the same tour every time I've gone to Madagascar, and every time there's two things. First, you find something new every time, and second, there are some consistencies. Like Aris, the Doberman that I met, I got to meet again. This criminal lemur. This is the second time I've met this one, and we're going back for a rematch next time. So it's kind of fun when you start learning the consistencies and seeing things again. Touring the jungle is never boring. No, it's not. You have a long stick for the lemurs. There's a black and white ruffed lemur that steals food too. Uh-huh. And then here's a couple of random others that we found on the way back. There's the what is it? Leaf-tailed snake? Oh, what is this? I forget this one. But yes, this is a snake. Guys, help me. What's the species of snake? What's this called? I completely, my brain is completely blanking. Anyway, and then we found a female bifidus. Did not find the male bifidus this time. Last time we found the male, but not the female. And then this is the beautiful Parsons chameleon. It's from the area where the yellow giants are from, but if I was to look at this, I would say, oh, that's an emerald giant. I don't know. That anyway. So that's and this was on our way. After this, we go back to Antananarivo, go to the airport, and this time it was not stressful at all. Whenever you go to the Tana airport, long lines to get to the airplane, but this time we had so much time, it just was not an issue, not stressful at all. And by the way, James, I warned them all about the elevator. We stayed so far away from that elevator. Yes, don't go near the elevator with the police officer. Fleece James for $20. Yeah, guys, I don't know if this happens to anybody else but James, but just in case, we're going to be very, very careful. So, okay. Now, what is going on? We're coming to the end here. I need to give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on. I have, of course, promised Yvette that I was going to help her expand the Europlatus Fantasticus content and outreach, and it came to a point where I realized I got to do this now. So you all know I've been very busy behind the scenes, and have been. I have some podcasts I'm working on and such, but I haven't been producing a whole lot. That's because I've been working on getting this outreach going so I can support this with Yvette. And so just be patient with me. And if you love Satanic Leaf-tailed Geckos, I invite you to join me on this other little side adventure. This is to support Yvette, my wife. Many of you know that she works with me. I'm back. And of course, they're the coolest things in the world. So this is what we are doing starting with next week. Going to have a bi-monthly Branch Demon podcast, the audio podcast, a monthly email newsletter, and a monthly live discussion. There we're going to talk about Satanic Leaf-tailed Geckos. And I would love for any of you who are interested to join us. We're starting this is starting a community that really is very spread out. It's a small community. And so at the very least, come and see what it's like building a community from the ground up. And this is what I'm doing here has been taken from decades of watching and being part of building up the chameleon community. And so using all of that and saying, okay, let's apply it to an even smaller, a more specialized niche in the reptile world. And so I invite you to join me. And so every 2 weeks, starting next Friday, I'm going to have an audio podcast. It's going to be the type of podcast that I like to do. I know everybody, well, video is the big thing. Yeah, you're right. But that's not what I specialize in. That's not what I like to do. As you all know, it's like pulling teeth to get me to do video, even though I am doing it. I have to do it. I will do it. But I'm a podcaster. So we will have the Branch Demon podcast, and it's going to be every 2 weeks starting next Friday. Now, the first Sunday of every month, I'm going to have a live session just like this, but it's going to be me and Yvette, and we're going to be talking about Satanic Leaf-tailed Geckos. So that'll be first Sunday of every month. March 1st will be our first time. So here's the schedule that's going forward. Is the next Friday there will be the podcast, but more importantly, next Friday will be the email newsletter. And so if you would like to come on to this little side quest with me, then sign up for the newsletter. And then we'll have a live discussion at 12 noon on March 1st. Will the podcast have its own feed, Bill? Yes, it will. It will have its own RSS. It's going to be an official podcast. You're going to be able to listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all those. Any place you listen to podcasts, you'll be able to listen to this one. Yes. And here's the newsletter. I'm going to get this link and put it in the chat. You guys can go, and would love it if you guys signed up if you're interested, because starting a newsletter is lonely, but it's an important way to grow a community. So sign up there. This is a double opt-in, which means that you can't just sign up. You have to actually go back to your email and you say, yes, I meant to sign up, because I don't like sending emails to people that don't want the emails. And in fact, everybody with the Chameleon Academy newsletter, by the way, once I get this thing set up, I'm getting back on doing the whole thing with the Chameleon Academy and the schedule and stuff. So this isn't replacing Chameleon Academy. I'm just having a small blip, because when you set everything up, it takes a lot of time to set things up and get things moving. But once they're moving, it's not a problem. If you are signed up for the Chameleon Academy newsletter, make sure you open those emails if you want to continue getting those emails, because twice a year I go in, and if people haven't been opening the emails, I take those emails off. I like having an active list. If you enjoy getting something in your email inbox, those are the people I want to send to. I don't want to send it to the trash, the spam folder. And so if people haven't opened the email in a number of months, I do it every 6 months. Then they're called the cold subscribers. I purge my list of the cold subscribers. There's the list. Love to learn about them. Yes, this is and on this newsletter, that's where we're gonna talk about what's important. Let's just go over what's important about starting a community. Well, first of all, you need solid husbandry. And so that's where you're going to get with the Banter Demon podcast. I'm going to be talking about them in Madagascar. I'm going to be talking about the husbandry and the different philosophies. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be parallels to chameleons. They're both arboreal reptiles. They're both from Madagascar. They're from the same areas. You find Fantasticus in Ranomafauna, right in the same area that you find the shamrock chameleons. You find the Fantasticus in Maromizaha, right where you find Malthae. Malthae like to be down by the streams but in the same areas. So there's a lot of parallels, but there's some things that are different. They're nocturnal, and they have different habits, and so there will be some differences, but a lot of the things that we're talking about in the Branch Demon podcast are going to be things that we have talked about and will talk about in the Chameleon Academy podcast. So it's like another different perspective, but the community needs to start growing. Right now, it's a very specialty community. For us in the fan community to grow, we need to expand the base of people who are interested. And we have that opportunity because there is constant availability of captive hatched Fantasticus. You can't do this community building with something that doesn't have consistent captive hatched availability, because then you're just running off of wild caught, and that's a limited resource. So this is an opportunity of all the Europlatus geckos. Fantasticus is the only one that has achieved this. Abanawi, Sakore are waiting in the wings. They're just waiting for a breeder to be dedicated to them. And once that happens, they'll be able to elevate to this point. And it'll be interesting for those of you who have followed my podcast and my more philosophical talking. You will start to see, okay, this is at an inflection point that we were at in the chameleon community. We were back in the early 2000s, late 1990s. That's where the Fant community is now. So I'll be talking about that, the community dynamics in the podcast, but it'll be a little bit different than how I talk about it in the Chameleon Academy, because we are decades ahead in the chameleon community than where the Europlatus Fantasticus community is now. So you got to see those interesting perspectives. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, them all out weekly. And yeah, Robin, you and me, we're gonna be talking about this. Jay Marquette does great work with Sakura. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Oh, you've had to.
Parking was found. Hey.
Yes. Now, achieving this level for community growth is not related. Requires us to have consistent availability, but you cannot just be able to breed them. It's like where there is a recognized center to where people can go to buy them. Like right now, I don't know where I could find a Fimbriatus. And I would be searching for Sakura. Maybe I have to go to the classifieds. So there needs to be somebody who is dedicated to becoming a center point to these species. And so, like Robin, if you ever want to like be a center point for some of these species, it's ripe for the taking. They're just waiting for somebody to take that point. But the thing is, there's a lot of attention that has to go to that one specific species. And Yvette has it with Fantasticus, not because she's the only one who breeds Fantasticus, but because she's dedicated everything to Fantasticus. And so she can have a newsletter, she can have a video channel, she can have a podcast, you can have all of this dedicated to Fantasticus. And that's how a community, a strong foundation starts on that. So we just need somebody who wants to champion these other species and be stand up and say, hey, this is what we want. This is what I am. So Nikolai is awesome. Yay. Wonder if I could cohabitate that with the Parsons. Yes, you could. Not long, but you could. Actually, I actually cohabitated. I had some very large outdoor enclosures with that had both panthers and Fimbriatus in them. And the panthers weren't going to take down a Fimbriatus. And it worked out well. During the day, panthers were around. During the nighttime, the Fimbriatus were jumping around. Now, I wouldn't recommend that. These were large walk-in enclosures, and so there was a whole lot of space. I wouldn't recommend that in a 2x2x4, but there's, it's kind of fun. It's the only way I could get one in my house without my wife getting really pissed. Yeah. Wow. Now that I have my wonderful wife brought me a nice coffee, which means hey, I could go on for more. Do I owe you guys any minutes? So there's the action items for today. Email me for more information from Madagascar for those of you who are seriously considering going, and sign up for the newsletter. And the first email newsletter will go out on Friday. Only take one early morning move. That Parsons eye would have a great snack. Yes. Oh, here, James is throwing me some shade here. Hey, I see that coffee quitting didn't work out so well. James, my quitting coffee is quitting making it at home and having it every morning as a habit. That's what I wanted to get rid of. by requiring only drinking it when I go out or when it's brought to me from outside. That means that there's this hurdle, there's this barrier to getting coffee. And so that's really what I'm looking for. But yes, so now you have to drive to go get it. Yes, I have put a barrier. That is the one thing. And it's worked out well, because when I had it, when I make it and I have it here, it's like I'll just go there and get it in the morning because that's my habit. And I'll have it in the afternoon because I don't know what else to do. And yeah. Uh-oh. James, you've outed me. Coffee quitting. What kind of talk is that on here? Yeah. Now I'm in trouble by everybody. James, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I get a cup of coffee at Chevron, even if I don't need one. Yes, that's what I was trying to avoid. I'm actually okay. I'm going to say that, everybody, because right now we're officially over time. So if everybody wants official stuff, we're done with official stuff. So now I'm just shooting the breeze because I got a nice coffee. But I am going to be working on getting a little bit more healthy and get a little bit more in shape in 2026. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year, but I really want to focus on my health. And okay, 2026 right now. By the way, everybody, the show's over, so right now we're just talking. We're just hanging out. So I'm going to be working on my health. Get my stamina back, lose some weight, and build up the Fantasticus community. A structure of that. And there's, of course, all of those chameleon stuff, including the Parsons Care Guide. Boy, I need to firm up exactly what I want to do, because I literally have 3 to 5 years worth of things that I want to accomplish in the Chameleon Academy. And I keep realizing my 1 year stuff that I want to get done is not going to get done in 1 year. That's insane. So it's really guys, we have a 3 to 5 year project right now with everything that I need to work through. So we got a lot of stuff ahead. So goodbye, Leander. Doing the opposite, Bill. I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'm going to try it all. You're going to do everything in 2026? Oh, yes. I have just burned myself out way too much in the last couple of years. I'm trying to survive. So let's see. What does next week look like? We're going to be back on Tuesday. It's going to be the question and answer session. The big change is going to be next weekend, because on Friday it's going to be the start of this whole Branch Demon newsletter and podcast. We're going to have on Saturday, we're going to have the Chameleon Live that we've got right now. And then on Sunday at 1 p.m. Pacific, we're going to have that first live where Yvette's going to be here, and we're going to be talking about Eurypletus Fantasticus. And there's going to be a little Eurypletus in that cage back there. That's going to be our Eurypletus cage. So you aren't here to listen to me complain all day. Yeah, I did a lot of complaining too. And Yvette would just be sitting back, but this is what you've chose to do. What do you want me to say? Oh. We got a Joe? Hey, Joe. Hello. Welcome. 3 cups before 12. Okay. Yeah. You and James will get along. So, all right. Everybody, I'm gonna Oh no. I'll say that later. Anyway. All right, everybody, I'm going to be checking once again. If you get new chameleons, you get eggs, you have news about chameleons, email it to me, because every Saturday I like to have the little community center at the beginning where we learn what's going on in the community. And so if you've got chameleon news, send it to me so I can include it. So, all right, so let's see. Eliza Ann has some words of wisdom. Delegate what you can and scale back. So this is the thing you enjoy for years to come. You do. Oh, you're talking to me. I thought you were talking to James. Yes. I want this to be a long term and stay with everybody. And so I am doing exactly that. I am putting things in a logical order and a reasonable expectation, and working that out. But oh, man, we've got so many cool things. 5 years. 5 years, we will be, every year we're going to be doing something very, very, very cool. So I keep forgetting, Bill. I got a lot to send you. Maybe I'll get on that this afternoon. Oh, yeah. Of the new stuff that you got. That's right. You need to send me those pictures. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to send you off to a wonderful weekend. Please, send me an email about Madagascar. And if you're interested at all in Your Plate is Fantastic, or just want to hang out with me and Yvette, sign up for the newsletter. So everybody, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.